Good evening. It's January 5th, 2026, and the political landscape has just shifted beneath our feet. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, once the Democratic Party's 2024 vice presidential pick, has officially dropped his bid for an unprecedented third term. As reported by the Associated Press, Walz is stepping aside to focus on the work of governing. While his administration remains under the crushing weight of a fraud investigation that has captured the attention of the entire nation. This isn't just a local story. This is a massive welfare fraud scandal involving child care programs, Medicaid, and pandemic relief funds. CNN notes that Walz has faced relentless criticism for oversight failures, while the Trump administration has already moved to freeze federal child care funding to the state. Tonight, we look at the fallout. Joining us are Kaylee Sterling and Reagan Knight.
Thomas, let's call this what it is. A day of reckoning. As Fox News reported, the scope of this theft is staggering, with estimates suggesting that fraud across state programs could reach as high as $9 billion. We're talking about luxury cars, international vacations, and real estate bought with money meant for hungry children. Governor Walz didn't step down out of nobility. He stepped down because he was caught red-handed overseeing the largest COVID-era scheme in American history.
That is a gross oversimplification, Reagan. According to Mother Jones, the right has been gleefully weaponizing a series of scandals to justify federal cuts that will hurt the most vulnerable families in blue states. Governor Walz made a selfless decision. In his own words, he refuses to spend every minute defending his political interests when he should be defending the people of Minnesota against the cynics who prey on our differences.
Selfless? Newsmax just highlighted President Trump's response, where he pointed out that Walz allowed an unscrupulous group of slimeballs to steal tens of billions of taxpayer dollars on his watch. The House Oversight Committee has already demanded he testify in February. You can't pivot away from $9 billion in missing money by claiming the high ground. This is incompetence, plain and simple.
Let's ground this. The BBC confirms that while state officials have pushed back on some allegations, 59 people have already been convicted in these fraud schemes. However, CBS News reviewed public records for several targeted Somali-run daycare centers and found no evidence of direct fraud, only citations for safety and cleanliness. We are dealing with a mix of verified criminal theft and intense political optics.
Exactly, Thomas. The Trump administration is targeting Minnesota's Somali community with relentless focus to score points. Mother Jones reports that a MAGA conspiracist has been pushing lurid lies about Walz for months. This isn't about accountability. It's about using a very real oversight issue to launch a broader attack on social safety nets and minority communities.
Minority communities? Kaylee, Fox News reports that over 90 people have been charged, and many of those funds were sent overseas. This isn't a conspiracy. It's a documented failure of the Department of Management and Budget, where Walz put his own people in charge. If billions are missing, the person at the top has to go. He's abandoning ship because the investigations are finally catching up to him.
He isn't abandoning ship. He's staying to fix the problem he took responsibility for. CNN reports that he has already ordered an outside audit of Medicaid billing. He's doing the job of a governor instead of the job of a candidate.
He's fixing it after 4 years of letting it burn? Even some Democrats are calling for transformational change because they know they can't sweep this under the rug.
Let's take a breath for a second. Kaylee, Reagan, I hear the conviction in both of your voices, and it's clear you both want a system that actually works for people. But while you two trade partisan daggers, the actual issue is being buried. This isn't just about Walz, and it isn't just about Trump. It's about the collapse of the social contract.
Thomas, the social contract is exactly what we're trying to protect. by ensuring these programs exist.
And we protect it by ensuring the money actually goes to the people who need it, not into the pockets of fraudsters.
But you're both missing the human cost. When a system this large fails, it doesn't just lose money. It loses the trust of the person who pays the taxes and the child who misses the meal. We have reached a point where the social safety net has become a social battleground. On one side, we see a bureaucracy that became so large it lost its ability to distinguish between a helping hand and a hungry thief. On the other hand, we have a political movement so eager for a win that it's willing to starve a system to prove it's broken. Whether the number is $1 billion or $9 billion, the real deficit is one of integrity. The solution isn't just more audits or more cuts. It's a return to grounded, human-centric governance that prioritizes the neighbor over the narrative. If we want to restore trust, we have to stop treating taxpayer dollars like ammo and start treating them like a sacred trust. Governor Walz's exit is a symptom. The disease is a system that has forgotten who it serves. Let's focus less on who wins in November and more on how we ensure no more children lose because of our politics. I'm Thomas Hale. This is the Daily Pivot. Subscribe.